I am here to talk to you today about a practice that we put in place about 3 or 4 years ago that really helps us as an organization link the stuff that we do every day to the vision that we have. It's a little bit more of a long-term thing. So just a little bit of information about who Productivity Associates is. We do tech support. So we are the guys that help you out when you're having a problem with your computers or technology, right? So I'm going to just pause for a second and give you guys all an opportunity to put your favorite turn it off, turn it back on joke into your mind. But that's what we do as a business. But this is who we are as an organization. We are a 4 bottom line company. We have 4 passionate end game pursuits as a business. Those are in order. Number 1 is to be a great tribe of people working together. Number 2 is to be an invaluable resource to the people that we serve, our customer base. Number 3, if we do 1 and 2 right, it'll allow us to be a financially successful company, which is always a good thing. And number 4, if we do all of those things right, it's going to give us an ability to have an impact in the community around us. Now we know as guys that are taking technical support calls and interacting with each other in all of these 4 pursuits that we are a transaction-based organization, and our mission as an organization is to pursue the right thing along each of those 4 paths. And our belief and our vision is that if we do enough of those right, living our values, doing the things that we do each and every day, that the sum total of those things will change the world around us. So that's, if you go out and you tell people that you're in the business to change the world, they go, you're from California, aren't you? The land of fruits and nuts. And yes, we are. But we did have a problem. We're trying to figure out how we connect the dots between answering somebody's tech support call or interacting with a colleague and changing the world. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the practice. Now, a little show of hands. Anybody had a day like this, right? So I would like to tell you that this was a grand master plan, this practice that we put in place, but it was actually an origin of a couple of folks that had been having a really, really hard-fought week, right? And so what we did is we had a management meeting on a Friday afternoon after a really, really long week, which was, of course, a disastrous thing to do. But there's no oxygen in the room. There's no energy. We're all just, we're done. And our CEO, Ken, said, well, stop the presses here. What are we here to do? And he says, I want each of you to go and tell me what we did this week that goes towards our vision to change the world. And our first reaction was to just crumple up paper and throw it at him and say, we don't want to play, we're tired. But reluctantly, one of us said, all right, well, if we did this, that probably, is aligned with that vision. And then the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And before we know it, in about 10 minutes time, we had come up with about a dozen things that we did that particular hard-fought week that went to the bigger purpose that we have as an organization. And so, we left that meeting, and all of a sudden we had energy. We felt like we had purpose. We felt like we had accomplished stuff. And I called Ken later that evening, and I said, you know what? This is something that we as a business need to do every single week. And so that's what we do. So every Friday in our organization, we meet in our lobby. And, it's a live fire environment. There's people doing stuff all the time. So if you can make it, great. If you can't, you're going to catch the next one. And then everybody has that expectation. But what we do on every Friday is we will, number 1, go through one of our bottom lines. We measure every single one of our bottom lines. So we as a tribe will sit down and we'll talk about our finances or our team health or our customer health. But then after we do that, we pass a microphone around to each and every one of our tribe mates who wants to share something that happened to them that week that goes towards our vision of changing the world. And so just to give you a rough sense of it, kind of by the numbers, we've done this thing about 173 plus times. There's about 3,000 of these individual things that we have collected that has been an individual opportunity for somebody within our organization to link what they do to a very, very large vision, right? And so that averages to be about 18 each and every week. And some weeks we have 20, and some weeks we have 5, and it all works out in the end. But what it does is it allows our tribe mates to link what they're doing to the purpose that we are for existing. One of my favorite ones is this one right here. This was a national news story, happened in Escondido, the very largest amount of homemade explosives ever found in the United States. Well, at the flashpoint of that was a tech support phone call that landed at our office. The reason that we came to find out about it is our customer told us that the chief of police of the city of Escondido flew all the way to Boston to tell him that what happened that day, we saved the lives of 50 police officers. So if you can't link that to a bigger purpose than just a, hey, we're going to help you fix your machine, I don't know how you do it. But more importantly than the direct impact is really the catalytic impact that it has had on us in terms of the way that we think about our entire business. So when our competitors are out there, they're talking about fixing machines. We're talking about catalytic, game-changing change for our customers by doing business with us. And it has totally rewritten the game in which we're playing in, and we're having a great time doing it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this best practice. It's a fairly simple one, easy to put in place, and I hope I had an opportunity to somewhat change your guys' world today. So thank you very much.